And welcome back to Bust Picks, episode 71. My name is Dio. That is Donovan.
How we doing?
And it's time. Preseason football has officially happened. Week 1 of preseason football. We got to watch a lot of backups play football. It's awesome. I just love the fact that I can say football again, and like I got games to look forward to. Don, before we start,
Sure.
Ravens, Colts.
Yeah, I think that was an okay game. Ravens secondary, or not secondary, but their special teams look great. The defense solid. Mike Green is an animal.
Mike Green is an animal.
Like,
Mike Green was turning corners. I would say we have a good depth at offensive line. One of the better in the league. He was turning players around. It was. I think he's going to be like a Jared Verse-esque player immediately.
I think he'll be up there. Two of the crazy ones, like, okay, there's the fan side where there's a lot of fan edits that are putting him into figure skating and speed skating just because how low and how cut he was able to get. But watching a breakdown of his snaps, I went through and watched every snap that he took in that preseason game. Mm-hmm. What I've loved to see is I think only once did I see him make the same move back-to-back in a snap.
Apparently, the rumors from camp is like this kid's got a bag.
Yeah.
And it's he's got like a couple different pitches in his pass rush like repertoire, and it's really, really fun to watch because I think he's going to be a really, really creative pass rusher.
I think he will be. And like, he doesn't even have to have it fully developed yet. The fact that it's a preseason game, he knows that. And let me try 8 different pass rush like options.
Oh, yeah.
And continuously just tinker with it in a game scenario. Like, that is amazing to see. Yes, he played well, but you could see the mind moving. And I loved that.
His key is going to be able to, because your defensive line, you guys like to rotate a lot of players.
Yeah.
It's about making impactful plays when he's on the field because he's not going to get the most opportunities on the field.
He'll get 60% of snaps, I would estimate.
But just playing near keys, playing near strengths, and just playing really high intellectual football at that point.
Yeah, and you can see he has that capability.
Yeah.
I mean, also, shout out to your tight end. I think that we showed a lot of pop.
Yeah, Warren is the truth. I think he's the only weapon on the Colts outside of Jonathan Taylor that I'm like, this guy's an honest league-changing player for us.
I can see that.
I'm like, yeah, put him in a commercial. That's the kind of guy I want right now.
Sure.
Because I think he might be a bleak year. Don, you got a fact of the day for me?
Fact of the day, there's a lot of comparisons right now, and there has been for a few years. Ohtani to Babe Ruth, especially this season, because we get to see a full pitching season out of Ohtani where we missed it the last year and a half.
Yeah, we're getting a little trickle-down effect by Ohtani. I think he's pitching right now.
He pitched yesterday, I believe.
Oh, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah. Yesterday's game. But I think another pitcher-batter combo that is kind of slept on a little bit, Vida Blue, pitcher for the Oakland Athletics, and then later the Royals for a season, and then most of his time in the Giants after that, was the last MLB MVP to be a switch hitter.
What do you mean?
Like he would switch right and left-handed batting.
I thought a couple guys have that in their bag. You're telling me there's no one left in the league?
No one has won the AL MVP.
Oh, and been able to switch bats.
So he was the last switch hitter to do it.
That's amazing.
Not only that, but he was a pitcher.
When was this?
This was in the 60s.
Oh,
yeah, it was a little while ago. 69 is when he won the Cy Young and the AL MVP.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just had a deep bag. It was like his third year in the league for the Oakland Athletics.
Could you imagine that now?
His adjusted ERA is 3.5.
Jesus Christ.
So he was throwing a 3.5 over his career. So he was throwing about like league adjusted per ballpark, so ERA plus. He was throwing about a 3.2 ERA that season and switch hitting from the plate 2 years before there was a DH position. So pitchers had to bat.
Was he a winner? Did he win any championships?
Never won. Oakland didn't do the best, but he was a 6-time All-Star.
That's amazing.
Yeah, which was a great season.
The old baseball facts are the best because there's just wild stuff that people would get traded for like literal Bitcoin back then.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
And then he was also the first of 5 pitchers to ever start an All-Star game for both the AL and the NL. Because the AL starting with the Athletics, the NL for the Giants at the time.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so he set 2 massive records in that way. Still not in the Hall.
The Hall is Baseball Hall of Fame is stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Because they have, I get it, they have like dignity and they hold themselves to like a different standard where they're like, if you did steroids, you're not allowed to be
He had
here.
some drug use issues as he got older.
Yeah.
Then they think that's what kept him out of the Hall.
But I'm sure he's passed by now, right?
Yeah, at this point
Okay.
he's.
And
yeah.
they still didn't put him in? Usually,
They still haven't put him in at all. So I just want to like get a name out there for someone. It's like, hey, you have like an all-time like player, like one of the top, like one of the 5 to ever break a record that way.
We're gonna start
Cy
a
Young
campaign for this
MVP.
guy
I want to start a campaign
We're gonna
for
start the
Vida
campaign
Blue.
to get Vida Blue into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, that starts
You
here.
hear us, Manford? We're gonna come into your house. We're gonna knock down your door, and we're gonna tell you get Blue into the Hall of Fame.
I mean,
We're gonna.
yeah,
We have a Hall of Fame on the show.
we have a Hall of Fame in the show.
Let's get a picture frame
Of Vida
him.
Blue?
Let's
That would go hard.
Maybe we can get some PSA graded cards of Vida Blue.
That'd be amazing.
All right, let's get into some topics to talk about. The only topic I have on the board outside of our division breakdowns later in the episode is going to be some preseason storylines. I asked you to come with a few preseason storylines. I have a couple myself.
Sure.
I'm sure that we're going to have some overlapping stories.
Most likely.
When I look at like what happened in week 1 and what the storyline's going to be for the preseason, it is clear and far away Shedeur Sanders.
He's been the biggest one to make a splash, I think.
So he played his first game
Yeah.
in the preseason, started. I would say he played well above my expectations and well above board for most people. What, as a critical guy in that division, what did you see?
I mean, I saw very much closer to Johnny Manziel than I think most people want to admit in terms of his spin outs, his rolling out to the side and just launching balls. One of my favorite clips that came out was after a drive, he walks over to Myles Garrett and he's like, did you see that? Did you see that? And everything. And he's like, do you think I could do that against you? And Myles Garrett's like, no. Just straight up,
Well,
no. You
to
cannot.
be fair, no one does that against
No one
Myles
does that to
Garrett.
Myles Garrett. But the fact that Myles Garrett is there trying to be like, okay, temper your expectations, kind of thing. Like put him, like settle him down. Don't let him ride too high. Like it was phenomenal to watch. He did perform very well.
He's very
Good. There's a difference when you're playing the ones.
100%.
And that's more that's the expectation I'm trying to set right now is I think he will have those moments. He will have those. This is why you're a top tier player. This is why the national media likes to talk about you. He will have those flashes.
Do you think he should get the opportunity to start? Because I do.
I think later into the season. I don't think week 1.
Why?
You give that week 1 for Flacco. Let him cook for a little bit on the being the number 2. I think he's their second best. Dylan Gabriel's injured, so I think Shedeur is their second best.
Yeah.
Don't throw a rookie out there week 1. How many rookies have we seen destroy their career by immediately starting week 1?
Yeah,
and they
just
can't
getting
get
wrecked.
anything going.
You're right. Let's go through the regular cycle that we were talking about last week. Go through the Joe Flacco, then do your Kenny Pickett saga for about 2-3 games.
If you need to.
And then by week 9, let's integrate Shedeur, end the season on a high note. Maybe you get 1 or 2 wins, sneak a couple away, and then all of a sudden you're going into next year being like, maybe we got something with Shedeur.
And because the biggest thing for me is he has yet to take consistent reps with the ones yet.
Yeah.
Flacco has gotten the majority of reps at the one with training camp. So I'm not doubting the talent. I don't want to downplay that. Like I could see him pulling off some bombs. But I think he's right now, if he were to start week 1, he's closer to a Zach Wilson and Johnny Manziel than he is for an everyday starter.
Do you think in terms of just backup quarterbacks, he's a top 10 backup quarterback in the NFL right now?
I think he has the potential to be, yeah.
The potential to be.
I think I want to see him. Training camp has only been like 2 months.
Yeah.
He's only had 2 months of refinement at the NFL level.
Correct.
Give him another month and a half, 2 months more. Give him like 4 or 5 total.
I mean, let's give him a year.
Give him a year, and he could be starting caliber.
Okay.
Give him 4 or 5 months, and I'm like, if Flacco goes down, it's like, okay, there's worse options. The Shedeur could come out there and close out the game.
I don't think what you're saying is crazy at all. I think what you're saying should be how most NFL teams view giving a quarterback an opportunity and developing their talent.
And we don't know if he's the best option still. Like, we have yet to see anything real out of Dylan Gabriel yet, who was a higher draft pick.
Am I crazy to think, like, there's a little bit of good Kenny Pickett in him? Like, there's a little bit of good Kenny Pickett out there still. Like,
I mean, I don't doubt Kenny Pickett just never was. He will game manage and hand the ball off with the best of them.
he's so good at just handing the ball off.
And then
with
he'll
his
sell,
glove.
and he'll sell the fake afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
He could hit a decent like mid range. He's just not the guy I want in clutch moments.
I do think it'd be awesome if Kenny Pickett beat Aaron Rodgers in like a division match.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I would love that.
Oh, I would save that game and rewatch it once a year.
Giants have an amazing defensive line is another storyline that popped out for me.
Yeah.
The Abdul Carter got added to their defensive line with Burns, with Sexy Dexy. Sorry. I think that might be the best defensive line in football.
It's top 3. Like there's very few lines I would put ahead of it. I think by far this is going to be a very scary line. I'm hesitant to give top 1 until I know where Trey Hendricks lands.
I do think that Trey Hendricks
because in the back,
change
like,
everything.
Worst nightmare in the world. Somehow Philly gets him, and it's just like, okay, do we just call it now?
Yeah, Philly's just like, all right, cool, we'll just take him, and then we'll just get a sack every single time you drop back. Literally,
it's like,
smash
who do you cover?
In the face. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're running 4 tight ends at that point, which the Steelers might do.
Yeah, I saw that Darnell Washington and Pat Freiermuth were talking about how they're going to be like sharing reps with all 4 tight ends, that they're expecting to hold 4 tight ends on roster.
Yeah, well, that's the Arthur Smith way, because Jonnu Smith is still there.
That's going to be bananas.
Because the fact that you have, the luxury that you have Darnell Washington, who's the size of a left tackle.
Yeah, he's massive, just a massive human being.
Yeah. They should sign Mo Alley Cox. Just complete the line.
He'll get cut this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
By the Colts. One more thing I wanted to talk about for my storylines. Hunter. Heisman.
Yeah.
Going to play wide receiver. A lot of hype, him playing wide receiver and defensive back. And he came out. He played both positions. He got 6 snaps on the defense and I think ran 12 or 11 with the offense. I think he's going to be having more struggles than people want to expect it to be.
No, he will. It to be. Like, he has to catch up to game speed on 2 different positions because he can't spend all practice with one.
I think I was wrong. I think he might be a better receiver than he is a DB.
Sure.
And I don't think he's a game-changing receiver.
No, he will be a great slot receiver. I think what will be best for him in the short-term usage is put him on the deep ball. Mm-hmm. Like, I know he traditionally is a DB, but put him at a safety.
Yeah.
Where he can cover the field.
He just doesn't like to make that contact.
No, he doesn't want to make the contact, but I mean, if it's a 4th and 15, or like 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, where you know they're going to have to throw the deep ball or the check down, that's the kind of guy I want to bring in. You're
never in those positions, especially.
No, but you want a specialist in those positions. That's you have the luxury of having
a specialist for those positions at
because he's a wide receiver. And if you get him 1,000 yards a season out of the slot, he's successful. And then you have a guy that, given any deep ball, he's a threat.
I think asking 1,000 yards out of him is a lot.
I mean, rookie year, yes. Yeah. But, I mean, going forward after this, like, I think 600 yards is not asking too much.
Yeah, I think, like, 600 yards and, like, 5, 6 TDs I'd be like, okay.
That's a great season. That's a great rookie year.
From you.
But he's the number 2 walking in, too. Brian Thomas is the alpha.
Yeah, and he's an elite receiver.
Exactly. So you just need a strong complement.
What do you got?
For me, a couple of them that I like. I mean, we talked Browns quarterback situation a little bit there. The James Cook holdout is very intriguing to me.
He came back today?
So he has not left practice. He has been at all the practices, but in street clothes, just hanging out next to the coaches.
Yeah, just been hanging out.
He did warm up for the Bills game, the preseason game. Did the whole warm-ups, suited up, was ready. Game snaps off, and he just sits on the bench and didn't get up.
I mean, he's your starting running back. I don't want to see him take reps.
So apparently what was quoted as happening is they try to get him like 5 or 6 on the opening drive just because he's been missing training camp, so just to get him some live reps, not actually handing off the ball, but more blocking situations. And he refused to go into the game.
Because he's not signed and he doesn't want to get hurt on those plays.
He does have a contract through this season. But yeah, he's trying to fight for that contract going forward. The reason I want to bring him up specifically is Ray Davis, I think.
Ray Davis.
Is going to be... The kicker?
Yeah.
I think Ray Davis is going to be amazing for this team. I think they need... The best thing for the Bills is sign and trade Cook now. Like, I mean, you should have done this a while ago, but at this point, there's too much bad blood. Like, you're not going to make things work.
You think the Bills' best option is to get rid of their probably most explosive offensive player outside of Josh Allen?
I think at this point, you need to get something back for him. Because if you try to sign him, the money, the dollar sign keeps going up for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he's explosive. He knows that he is a core piece of that offense. Come week 1, which he will play. This is all financial, so I don't think he sacrifices game checks. But I think the best option for both parties right now is for him to move on.
I think he's going to sign a contract very, very soon. I think he's one of the holdouts that I'm like pretty confident. He's one of the few guys that are like actually playing or going to practice and like suiting up for games and stuff like that. It only makes me more confident that they're closer to a deal.
They might be, but also guys who miss training camp have a significantly higher rate of injury.
Oh, I don't disagree with like he's not going to be as good. I agree.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, we've seen how many groin and hamstring issues there are just entering training camp.
Oh, 100%. AJ Brown and JJ are both like dealing with it right now, and they're like a little bit more lingering than people wanted it to be.
So that you want to get that out of the way early.
Yeah.
Starting real reps at week 1 scares me.
Did you hear about the Eagles, Landon Dickerson?
Yes.
He had a knee injury in practice. He was pretty confident that he has a knee injury, and then it's announced that he's going to get surgery this week, and he's still expected to probably make week 1 because of the surgery and the type of injury that he got. It was a meniscus injury, but it wasn't a complete tear, and they're going to be able to get him ready. He'll be playing in this season. That's the most insane stuff I've ever heard ever.
That would make me very nervous. Like, get him out there week 1 if you can.
Yeah.
Cap him at 30% of the snaps.
Yeah,
get him a little bit of working out, but do not let him run the whole game.
I don't care. Just wait till week 3. It can't be that bad. We'll just wait till week 3.
Yeah, I mean, the team's going to be fine. Like, you'll be okay.
They're going to be in a good spot. I know you don't want to lose your home opener, but whatever.
Another big one I want to talk about is rookie receivers.
Which ones?
Just overall on the board, I think we've seen some good flashes. Mbuka I
think he's a stud.
Yeah, I think he's a stud. I think he can blow up with Godwin out for the first few weeks.
I think at the end of the season, we're talking about him being the number 1 on that team and being a rising star in the NFL.
Completely. I think Ted Aroa, we saw his catch. The man is looking great already.
Yeah.
And I want to shout out Matthew Golden. I mean, we didn't see too much from him in the Packers, but it has come out
Jaden Reed.
that Jaden Reed is dealing with some issues already.
Yeah.
We know Christian Watson has his yearly hamstring. So I think Golden's in a good situation in the first few weeks to kind of make a big splash at being that wide receiver 1 for them.
But Don, what about Romeo Dobbs and Dontavian Wicks? You're not worried about those guys?
I like Wicks. I think he's a gadget guy out of the slot. I think it works great for him when he gets the ball. He can run with it. Dobbs is a great end zone threat, but he is not in between the 20s.
Not at all. I was just joking.
I know, but just they have so many receivers.
Matthew Golden
it is a good question.
My favorite receiver in this draft. I think he's going to be really, really good for the Packers.
No, it'd be interesting.
Jordan Love is back.
And he does have Jordan Love is dealing with a small ankle thing right now.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
He said he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But that is something to watch. I do think
Marshawn Lloyd back at practice today.
Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd is back. That's going to be huge for the run game there.
Yeah. Any other things from the preseason week 1?
I think that's good for me. There's not too many big storyline. Like a lot of it, I want to see week 2 as we start getting a little bit more of the starters.
The quarterback battles is the one I'm like keeping an eye on.
Spencer Rattler being better than I always forget the
Spencer Rattler, and then there's
not Slow.
Tyler Schlaw, and then the other guy from Fresno State, Jake Hayner. It's all 3 of them battling for I don't know, a 2-win season probably.
We'll see there, but so I think it's an interesting quarterback battle because it's just going to be fun.
Giants were having a really good week 1 with Jackson Dart. He threw a touchdown.
Dart looked amazing out there.
I think the Jets are kind of selling themselves on Justin Fields, which is good. This is the time where Justin Fields is good. It's the preseason.
It's a backup back who ran that wheel route and sold.
Yeah.
Like crazy that the ball was coming to him.
Yeah.
He was open, but he knew Fields was taking off.
Oh, yeah, he took
off. And
off.
sold it to bring his defender in.
Yeah, I mean.
And right on that, I'm like, that guy needs to get more reps. Because that is high football IQ right there.
Who was that?
It was the backup behind Braylon Allen. It was behind Braylon Allen.
Oh, Ashton Davis.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. He's awesome.
I don't memorize every third stringer in the league, surprisingly.
I'm a freak. I'm sorry. Let's get into Bust of the Week. I'm going to go first with my bust of the week. It's John Mateer. For those of you who don't know who John Mateer is, he was the quarterback at Washington State last year, transferred this year over to Oklahoma. He's a huge transfer, number one portal kid, number one quarterback in the country for transfers. And someone went through his Venmo history and released all the accounts, and there's many statements on his Venmo transactions that were gambling and sports gambling related. In fact, some of them would even say sports gambling lost bet UCLA versus USC. And
oh, buddy, no.
He's come out and said that those are just all inside jokes between him and his friends, and it'd really be for like.
But now you got people are going to be looking into you now.
100%.
Oh my goodness!
On top
dude.
of that, Michael
Worst
Porter
thing.
Jr. is on like this podcast circuit right now, going around talking about how some people are addicted to gambling and other people are just addicted to, having multiple partners, and he's of the latter. I don't know why he had to do that subtle flex.
He didn't have to do that. There was one point he brought up, which I thought was interesting, in that one of his interviews where he was talking about it's not just the players, because he was saying that he's known it to happen a little bit, where it's not the player betting, but they'll text their friends and say like, "Hey, put whatever you have,
put
like
$10,000. I think the quote is
on the
put $10,000 on the under,
and then
I'll pretend I'm hurt tonight."
Yes, exactly.
And then you can change their lives.
Yeah,
is what he said.
And because he was like, yeah, a lot of these guys come out of poor neighborhoods, so you could absolutely make their year doing that.
What are we doing?
And
how do we stop
like,
this?
What
Or how? My bad. How do we get in the loop of these? I don't.
It's like, whose number do we need? No,
Yeah.
I think that's a big issue with a lot of these leagues kind of like pushing forward gambling, is because it's opening the door to the players to abuse the system almost.
100%. They're pretty much telling them like, hey, everyone that's watching and profiting off of you is doing this gambling thing. You're
Except
not allowed
for you.
to. Yeah.
So they're going to find a way to do it.
100%. I mean, some would say Shohei Ohtani was a gambler.
Allegedly.
Some would say, Pete Rose was a gambler.
I think that's still alleged.
No, I think he died in court. Or
Yeah, he got convicted? Okay.
Yeah,
I know that he got in trouble for it. I just don't know if it was court of law or MLB court, which are very different.
Anyway, athletes need to stop gambling. You're getting paid for a reason.
In my mind, if you're going to, the league should open it up like, hey, if you're going to place down any bets, you make it with the team. Do it at the team facility. Like, because they are, like, Detroit has a book in their stadium.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go and
bet.
bet. They are. So it's like, if you're going to, instead of just going banning, because this is clearly not working, more and more players are getting caught, and we see a lot of these, and the fact that players are openly talking about it,
yeah,
lean the other way. It's like, okay, if we're going to do it, here's what you're allowed to bet on.
Give them restrictions. Like, I think NBA players shouldn't be allowed to bet on basketball, period.
I think NBA players should be not allowed to. I think by default you shouldn't be allowed to bet on your own game.
Yeah.
But if you're going to bet on another game, who cares? Or if you're going to bet on your team to win, that should be allowed. Like, if you're walking in going, hey, I think I'm putting 5. Like, if you're, I'm just picking names.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts walking into the Falcons facility and just going, I think we're going to win tonight. We feel hot. No matter who it is,
$25,000.
let him.
What?
Why would you not allow your guy to bet on the win? Because that means he's going to play hard.
I know that there's.
I don't get, like, you shouldn't be allowed to bet on the loss because you're going to tank your team.
There has to be an answer to this. I just don't have it.
There needs to be something else.
Because right now you're kind of spitting truths to me right now.
That's my issue. Is like, if the guy's going to bet over on his stats, like if he's like that confident, like, or even just the game, if he's going to bet on the team to win, that's his job, is to go make the team win.
100%.
If he's going to make a little extra on it, fine, that's good enough. But like the idea that betting on, hey, I think, like, wasn't McCole Beasley was betting on his 3-point attempts.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's dumb because he has direct control on that
he was
as an
betting
individual.
on the over on attempts.
Yeah, and it's like, that I don't like. But if he was betting on, hey, I think our team can win, or hey, I think both teams combined we could hit the over, sure. Like, he has minimal. He doesn't have as strong of an influence on the game.
I'd be betting unders like crazy. I'd be calling everyone and be like, dude, today, tummy ache. Not happening.
No, I think
today.
you could only bet the positive, not the negative on the game.
I hear you. If you're the actual
athlete.
If I was an athlete with these restrictions, I would literally be calling you and being like, hey, under.
But that's apparently what's already happening.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like, what's the difference? This is the only way to allow, I think, to get transparency with what the players are betting on, is say, hey, you're allowed, but we're limiting options.
Yeah.
And I think that solves the issue for the short, like at least for the next 5 years.
I think it has to be a percentage of their contract that they lose.
That would be the other one. It's like making a severe like
Yeah,
like we're taking away guaranteed money now.
100%. Like
we could go to that extent as well.
And
the
it
other
goes
direction.
straight to league funds. Like you have to watch it go to.
Not even the league. I don't even care if it goes to league funds. It should go to the unions.
Or the unions, or maybe like
the
1-800-GAMBLER or something like that.
If the NFL, NBA Players Associations crack down on themselves, like, hey, you get fouled like this, not only are you suspended, so you're losing game contracts, but we're getting a percentage of it to go to union funds, union dues.
I don't think they'd gamble.
I don't think they gamble anymore.
Yeah. What's your bust of the week?
My bust of the week is, I hate to say it, but Kyler. That interception just looked gross. One of the few starters in week 1.
How?
And you throw. So one of the jokes I was hearing, and I love it so much, was I think the only thing to save him in this moment, because this is all people are going to talk about the Cardinals coming out of this preseason week 1, is that throw. Remember when Jameis came out and said he got LASIK?
Yeah.
And Jameis Winston came out. I think Kyler needs to come out and go, sorry, guys, I'm colorblind.
I actually have a different take on that. I think Kyler needs to go to Turkey and get his legs extended. I think if he can do that, we might be able to get him in.
He needs to commit to his running game more than anything.
Well, isn't that the whole report that he doesn't like running? Sometimes?
He doesn't. He's scared of getting hit. Which, I mean, fine. You're half the size of a linebacker who's going to lay you out. 100%. I understand that, but you have to understand that you're one of the fastest and most elusive players when you want to do it.
Yeah, I think we're just at a point where, like, the Arizona Cardinals franchise clearly doesn't put fire on their team.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big ownership that's coming down on their players, and they're like, hey, we need to be successful this year. It's kind of like, hey, guys, let's do our best.
Yeah. Like, yeah, there's not that level, and I think there's not that level of passion like that you see come out of the team, at least. It's not like when you see certain teams take the field, like the fact that Dan Campbell, I don't know how good of a coach he is in terms of game planning. I think a lot of that is his coordinators.
Yeah.
But the way he speaks to his players,
dude,
he will get them to run through hot lava and then a brick wall afterwards.
He ignites a fire. And then John Harbaugh, in 1 year, switched the Chargers around.
Yeah.
The Chargers are now a team that I'm like, oh, these guys love their coach and their city and their players, and they run through brick walls.
I mean, that's one thing I can't believe I'm saying this, but I do appreciate about Mike Tomlin with the Steelers is he
is
different,
but yeah,
little different, but it's the idea of like the Belichick method as well. Of like, we are so like, you shouldn't be scared of the guys you're playing.
Yeah,
there's a scarier guy walking your sideline right now.
He's gonna rip your head off.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So it's like we need some of that out of Arizona. They just haven't given us that kind of,
especially because like on paper they're supposed to be so much fun,
and they are when they play up to their potential.
Yeah,
like seeing when DK or D-Hop was there, it was
Cliff
so
Kingsbury offense, and they were like actually winning it. I think they went like 12-0 in 2019.
That was so much fun.
Yeah,
and I'm like, the team has that potential.
Yeah,
but it's just you just want more.
I get so sad about Marvin Harrison sometimes. I'm always like, damn it.
He has put on 20 pounds of muscle into this season, and he looks great.
Muscle wasn't the issue for him. I need him to put on 20 miles an hour of speed.
He is fast, but I think he was getting a lot of 50-50 balls. I think he had the highest rate of 50-50 balls out of any rookie receiver in the last 10 years.
I mean, that's what he does. He makes contested catches.
And that's why he put on all that muscle, I think, was he's going to
specialize in contested catches.
Yeah.
Love that for him. Don, Hall of Famer of the week.
For me, I'm taking George Worklow.
I have no idea who this is.
White Sox prospect in the minor leagues right now. Had one of the greatest at-bats I think I've ever seen. Pitcher's throwing gas. He's like in mid-90s. And he's at bat, tries to take a step out of the box to call timeout, and the ump doesn't allow it or just doesn't call it. Pitcher gets the pitch off anyway, so he just one-handed kind of just lazily swings the bat, gets a right field single RBI.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he made that pitch look 45 miles an hour. He made it look, the effort he put in.
How fast was it?
It was around like mid to low 90s.
That's amazing.
And he just kind of just lazily just one armed, just softball, like just okay, like coach at a little league game.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's just hit a ground ball out there kind of thing.
That's some Savannah Bananas ball right there.
That's his bad. If he doesn't work out for the White Sox, he has a career there doing that.
We have
hit.
a place for you in shirtless sing-offs over there at Savannah Banana Games. Mine is also in baseball. Pete Alonso hit 2 home runs tonight, making him the leader over Darryl Strawberry for most home runs in Mets history at 253 home runs. And now, I did tell you this earlier today, and we were both like quiet for a second, looked at each other, and we're like, kind of a low number.
That's kind of a low number for a franchise record. I understand, like, you can get 40 to 50 home runs in a season on a good, like, home run record.
I get that the Mets suck too.
The Mets just don't hold guys long enough to really have them. Like, there's no, like, 15-year Mets vet.
I'm sure that there
is, but like not sluggers.
Not guys that are giving you 48 home runs a year, right?
Yeah.
Like, so 253, that's less than like
6 seasons, 7 seasons.
Which is good. Like that's a good run.
That's a great run for Darryl Strawberry, but that's what I'm saying is there's not a whole lot of guys since then that they've held to that length that can slug like that.
I mean, Pete Alonso's going to be the guy who gets it to probably about 400.
Yeah, I think he's their best bet there. I did like what they posted on the video board afterwards because there were so many home runs that night. They had to announce, like, hey, we're out of pyro.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a great night.
That's as victory as you can get. We ran out of fireworks because we were celebrating too hard.
Exactly.
We blew out the speakers because we were dancing too much. That's amazing.
Like, yeah, shout out them on that night, like tonight. Like, that was a fun little home run rally that they got going.
All right, let's get into our divisional breakdowns. We're going to talk about the AFC and the NFC South. We'll start with the NFC. We're going to be taking our over-unders on these teams. The first team we're going to talk about, I'm sure, together, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
You have them winning the division.
I have them winning the division again. This offense just looks way too explosive for... I think the teams are coming up. I think this division's going to start... The margin to win is going to get tighter, but... I don't know if any team that's going to compete offensively with the Bucs right now.
Yeah, the Bucs, their offense is tight from having 2 to 3 good running backs in Sean Tucker, Rashad White, and Bucky Irving with 3 receivers that are all monster. I would say 4 receivers.
Cade Otton's still a threat down the field too.
That's what I'm saying. An offensive line that is, it's getting older, but it's still got its fundamentals inside of it. It's the defense that everyone's been worried about.
A little bit, like the offense, like you said, not a worry. Like they have 6.2 yards per play last season,
That's
4th
amazing.
overall in the NFL. Retained all 11 starters coming back.
That's great.
And then have added Mbuka, like we were talking about earlier. So, yeah, that's not the concern. It's the injuries. We saw that just derail the entire team at the end of last season.
Especially on the defensive side of the ball.
That's what killed them completely. Yeah. They did address a lot of that in the draft.
100%. They went after 2 corners, and then they also went and got Hassan Reddick, which is going to be a huge player on their team.
Yeah, and I think Winfield and Levante David are still going to be anchors. It's just hopefully these rookies pan out because they need depth.
Did you see Levante David said, and I quote, "Every single drive before I played in the NFL, I've been on smelling salts."
So, okay, do we want to take a quick tangent on the smelling salts?
I think it's died because nothing's going to change.
Well, no, they did. The NFL has changed the rule on that now.
Well, everyone gets smelling salts.
No,
you have to bring them in yourself.
You have to bring them yourself.
Yeah, the team will not provide them anymore.
The league and team are not able to provide smelling salts anymore. It has to be by the players.
Yeah.
Also, and I think the big reason was because George Kittle was openly talking about, I will not play football unless I can have this.
There was multiple people. Baker Mayfield was like, that's incredibly stupid. A lot of guys, I wouldn't say they're trying to avoid saying relying, but it does give them that edge to make them want to go out there and play an incredibly violent sport.
It does completely.
Yeah.
If anything, if I'm on a team and I'm like a 7th round pick or kind of a practice squad guy, I'd just be buying everyone's smelling salts and reselling it at a slightly higher rate during games.
Can I propose something to you?
Sure.
As a bet on this show, every time we lose one of our bets, we rip a smelling salt.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, because there hasn't been linked to any negative health effects. All it does is just snap your focus in.
You know how we do our pick 6 during the NFL season?
Yes.
If we go negative units on our pick 6, we have to rip a smelling salt to start the show.
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, I like that.
Yeah, I'm not against that one.
Cool. I just thought of that right now. I'll order smelling salts on Amazon.
That's crazy that you can get that on Amazon.
We can get like
$600
for $35.
Yeah, bananas.
I like Baker Mayfield. The only thing I'm worried about is if this team does get into that injury bug again, especially on the offense. They're one Baker Mayfield away from me having to look at Kyle Trask try to carry an offense, and I've seen that at Florida, and I'm not trying to see it again.
Yeah, I think that Trask sitting at backup will help a little bit right now, but
he's been there for a while too.
Yeah, he's developed. He'll have a game or two, but yeah, you want to keep Baker up, right?
Yeah, we got to keep him up. Don, their over-under is 9.5 wins. Over or under that?
I have them going 10. I think the over is a little bit easier, considering I have them sweeping the Saints.
I do have them also going over that at 10 wins this season. So 2 overs to start the day. Yeah. Pretty good. Number 2 team, I'm going to let you take the edge on this because I went a little crazy in my division breakdowns.
Sure. I went Falcons number 2. I know it's a little chalk now.
We'll go with the Falcons.
But I have them just one game over the Panthers personally.
Okay.
They have a shot. I think Falcons are the better bet for a more complete team to go compete with the Buccaneers at the top. Personally, I like Bijan a lot. I think Drake London is a just strong, big receiver who can go over the middle of the field and go get what you need him to get. Kyle Pitts will still get 600-700 yards. I know fantasy-wise it's disappointing. I know that, and I think a lot of that is we draft, fantasy football-wise, Kyle Pitts is picked out to be an elite tight end. He is middling, and that's still really, really good for football purposes.
My question is, how long is it until we realize maybe this Atlanta offense isn't as good as we thought I think it should be?
I think it's doing a soft rebuild. I don't expect them to play lights out. The defense has made a lot of upgrades.
They've made a lot of moves to try to make that defense good.
They needed to. They allowed the 34 touchdown passes last season, second most in the league.
That's a lot.
I do think that adding some secondary, they finally addressed the pass rush, which was the core issue for the lot.
James Pierce from Tennessee, they're hoping steps up and becomes that anchor for them on the defensive line.
Yeah, so I think that the defense is much improved. I think they're on their way to becoming competitive. It's all on Penix now. He is 1-2 as a starter, but both of those losses have come in overtime situations.
So then that's where we're at. Are you a Penix guy?
I think he's going to be average, and that's fine when you have a great run game and all you need to do is game manage.
I can't believe in lefty quarterbacks.
It's tough.
It is a core instinct in my body.
That's fine, but I think we saw moments where okay, if you can do enough to win games.
No, yeah, I think he can, especially with good coaching. I think they have a really good coach in Morris. It's just I feel like every time I put faith into the Falcons, all they do is disappoint me. And this year, I'm trying to stay away from it. Right now, their over-unders at 7.5 wins, and I have them going under 7.5 wins.
I have them at 7 and 10. I think the under is the safer bet if you're going to bet the line. I think there's 7 and 8 is the range for them, though. I think that's where they end up.
So then let's move on to the next team, the Carolina Panthers.
Sure.
I have them finishing second in this division.
Okay.
I think the Carolina Panthers are clearly going to make a big step and even maybe mess around and get in a wild card spot for me in the NFC. I love Bryce Young. I've been very vocal about that. I do think that that offensive line was improved this offseason.
Yeah.
I think going to get him receivers, Hunter Renfro's kind of looking like a steal and kind of like a shadow of his old self. It's going to be really fun seeing this running back committee with Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard running around. That defense is something that they're really working on.
They need a lot of work there. That's what scares me the most is their depth overall on offense.
Yeah.
And the fact that their defense allowed NFL record 534 points last season, 31.4 points per game, 35 passing touchdowns.
I still think their defense will be bad. I don't think it's going to be very good. But
it's going to be shootouts.
I do think this offense is going to be a little bit more productive.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be running kind of a Miami-style offense. It was the same offensive coordinator from 2 years ago for Miami. But I think they're going to be able to build off another year of Bryce Young. We kind of saw the tail end of last year, him kind of get his confidence back, him kind of turning into the player that we all kind of wanted him to be. I think this is the year he takes a big step as the first overall pick. And I'm going to take them with the over 6.5 wins.
I have them at 6 wins. I think they're still going to be under 6 and 5 is where I'm leaning personally.
I think it's a garbage division.
I think this is a garbage division. It has been for a few years. They did go 5-12 last season. I think that they have the potential to improve from that. They have brought in enough.
They felt way worse than 5-12, by the way.
They finished 4-5 at the end of the season. So out of their 5 wins, 4 of them came in the last half of the season, which shows that they finally got something rolling a little bit.
Starting to go.
They're starting to go. I just don't think this defense. I think they're very much built like a less explosive Bengals right now. Is they just have no defense. They need to have
That's the meanest thing you could put on a team.
Because they have they've drafted to improve the position. J.C. Horn is still amazing.
Yeah,
but they have not got any game changers since
agree.
they sold away their defense for the first overall pick.
Yeah, I think this defense is going to be tough. I still think they're going to be
They're
like bottom
still
25.
Very much in the rebuild.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm seeing key metrics like 5.1 yards per play right now. Like you're going out, you got Leggett. You're still last season. Tedero looks amazing this season. Adam Thielen is still productive somehow.
At 37 years old, 36, it's crazy.
Rico looked great for the Cowboys last year.
Pass catching back.
Exactly. Chubb can run the ball really well. I like that they address the fact that he can catch the ball but isn't really good after the catch.
Yeah.
They address that concern. I think you have a very strong, you brought back your entire offensive line. Like no one has left, so you get that continuity there. I think they're finally stabilizing the offense, so next season they can focus the defense, and then we jump them into wild card.
The next team I want to talk about is the New Orleans Saints. We both have them at the bottom. We both project them to be one of the worst teams in the league. And I do believe that. When we look up and down this roster, we've already talked about it. They don't have a quarterback. Their wide receivers, yes, they have some talent there, but Raheem Shaheed's coming off a big injury. Chris Olave is kind of left a little bit less, wanting more sometimes when you're watching him play. He's not always healthy.
You know he's gotten 5 passes in his entire career within the 10-yard line?
They're always down the field?
Yeah, everything has just been down the field. He has only caught 5 balls within the 10 in the end zone.
What?
Yeah. They just do not use him well. Like, I know he's name brand because he's the biggest receiver on the Saints, and Saints in the last 15, 20 years have been a very strong team historically.
Yeah,
but they do not use Olave in any serious, competitive way when it comes to, the red zones and critical moments.
I agree, but now it's Kellen Moore, new head coach, and offensive-minded
Brandon
guy.
Staley coming in to head up the defense.
Who I think is a good defensive coordinator.
Great defensive coordinator.
Anything I know about the New Orleans Saints is I know this is the most, hey, this is a team that's tanking for Arch team.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
I don't think they're intentionally tanking.
I don't think they're going to I think they're going to try to win games, and I think they're going to spoil themselves out of a number 1 pick, out of doing real good for their franchise. They always seem like a team that's supposed to be way worse than they are, and they somehow will their way out of a couple wins. And right now I have them finishing above their win total. Right now it's 4.5. I have them winning 5 games.
I like them at 2 wins personally. I think it's between the Saints and the Browns for the first overall pick on paper right now. We'll see how the season goes.
By a bullet.
I do not disagree. I think I put a bet down the Browns could lose every game this season.
It's
not realistic, but it's also might as well take the shot.
Yeah.
But I do think the Saints finally give 30 years old Alvin Kamara. His backup Kendre Miller has been injured consistently in his 2.5, 3 years in the league.
Yeah, they don't
they have no
running game.
Well, I think Kamara's still one of the better ones. Kamara's still a great receiving back.
Yeah,
he's iffy between the tackles due to age, but that's fine when you could catch 5 balls and go for 60, 70 yards a game. He's still shifty. I'm not worried there. The idea of Shaheed does scare me because he is their big play guy. I think Juwan Jennings.
Well, apparently Chris Olave is also their big play guy.
Chris Olave is good for he runs the post route well. He does run the in route. His dig is nice. But
they still have Taysom Hill.
Somehow 35 years old now.
Run some Wildcat with the Mormon man.
I mean, that's where we're probably going to see. Juwan Jennings, I think, takes a big step up in this offense at tight end. But Olave's injury history, he's had some nasty concussions in the last few years.
I don't love that, but I still look back and this is a team where I'm like, rookie head coach, rookie quarterbacks pretty much playing on that team.
Yeah.
I know it screams a 2-win team, but the Saints organization loves to win games. I think they're going to beat the Falcons once. I think they're going to beat the Buccaneers once on just pure defense. I don't hate their defense.
Their defense feels middling to me because it's a lot of older veterans. Like
it's a healthier mix than you would think.
It is, but it is still one of the top 10 oldest defenses in the league on average. On top of that, I think they just do not have a strong quarterback game. Tyler Shuck right now is being outplayed by Spencer Rattler, according to every camp report.
Spencer Rattler was a 5-star quarterback at one point.
But Jake Haener and Spencer Rattler went 0-7 last season, combined.
Yeah, Jake Haener, Fresno State, we saw him live. Not a great quarterback.
Not a great quarterback. Yeah. Rattler's not the best quarterback either. I think their offense is just going to be extremely stagnant, and it's going to be completely focused on the defense to keep them within games.
So, just to recap, Don, you have the over for the Buccaneers, win total 9.5. I do as well. For the Carolina Panthers, a win total is at 6.5. I took the over. You took the under. For the Atlanta Falcons at 7.5, I took the under. You took the under. And for the New Orleans Saints, win total 4.5 wins. I took the over. You take the under.
Yeah, I do see a lot of potential in this division going forward. Falcons and Carolina are clearly in the right direction. Buccaneers are still the champions.
Yeah.
And Saints just need to complete rebuild. They just need to blow it up.
They're doing it. I think this is it.
This is finally them doing it. They need to sell off assets that are taking large contracts.
They needed to do this in 2018.
Yes, or even 4 years ago would have been fine.
Yeah, but I'm just
bringing in Derek Carr didn't work the first season. Let him guide your rebuild.
Well, he retired, so
but that's what they should have did last year.
Let's go into the AFC South, my home division. We'll start with the number one team in the AFC right now, the Houston Texans, who have won the division in 2 straight years. C.J. Stroud going into his 3rd year. Don, how do you feel about the Texans this year?
I think the Texans did address some of the issues that they had. They still have one of the top-tier defenses in the NFL. That is a very scary unit still. They did go, and I know that they did address some of their wide receiver concerns. Stephon Diggs got injured and had to sit out the rest of the season. They draft Noel. We had Tank Dell, just his knee. I feel so bad for that guy. He'll eventually come back. He's out for most of this season, if not the entire season.
Year, yeah.
They said potential end-of-season playoff. We'll see.
They're not going to rush him back.
There's no need. They got Higgins.
Yeah, they drafted 2 receivers pretty high. They still have John Mitchie. Collins is here. They went after Christian Kirk. They are very much stacking this offense in a way to make C.J. Stroud not go through what he had to go through last year. They worked really hard on that offensive line, too, to get the protection he deserves.
But there's still issues with that offensive line. Like Tunsil is gone, which is a huge hole.
Huge.
And then we already have Cam Robinson dealing with some pretty severe injuries already. I'm worried that's going to be a repeat of Stroud being the most sacked quarterback in the NFL again, and their run game is just going to get rougher. They brought in Nick Chubb, who clearly has lost a step since his knee.
He looks
old. I hate saying that because I love Nick Chubb. Just a personal fan favorite of mine, but since his knee exploded, it's
been hard.
It's been rough. It's good to see him out there. I'm glad to see him healthy.
That'll happen when your knee explodes, though.
And it was the second time that injury happened to him. Once in college, one professionally. He clearly is a backup in the league now.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon is coming off his season-ending ankle injury. It was towards the end of the year,
and he's still not fully back.
Yeah. They have Woody Marks as a third-string rookie.
I like him from USC. He's got some fight to him.
He does, but he's going to be buried.
And
Dameon Pierce still looks slow, but he is a power back who could get you the 3 yards. He could end a career Frank Gore run.
Here's where I'm at with this team. I do think that their offensive line, while it is going to be tough, I still think they're going to be in the bottom half of the league in offensive line. I still love what this offense is going to be able to do. I think C.J. Stroud's going to have a very good year and win a lot of games in a weaker division.
Yes.
I think that's going to push him. The part of this team that makes me go, this is a very good team. That defense is nasty. That defensive line, when we talked about the Giants having a top 3 defensive line, I think this is the year the Houston Texans solidify themselves as being a top 3 defense in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
I think across the board, they have stars at Stingley. They have stars, Justin Reed across the top. Will Anderson Jr.'s on one side with Emerson Griffin on the other side. They went and got a bunch of defensive tackles like Reeder to come inside and sack the quarterback. I think they have an elite defense. And when I look at this team and they're sitting at 9.5 wins on the index, it's my favorite bet.
Really?
I not only love what the Houston Texans are going to smash 9.5. Right now, if we were to do our playoff bracket, I would have them as the number 1 seed in the AFC. I think they are with a bullet the fun team to watch and the most underrated team in the NFL. Period.
You and I have very different views on this team.
I think so.
I have them at 9 wins.
I think they're a very good team.
I don't think that they have the talent to be.
Yes.
I just do not see...
coaching.
But I think it's going to be a defensive-heavily team. Nico did get hurt for most of the season last season. I don't trust they have any run game. And so you're kind of relying on 2 rookie receivers to kind of lead up the way with CJ running for his life quite frequently.
Nico's going to be back, though. Nico's
back, but...
Christian Kirk is apparently making huge plays, and I don't think Christian Kirk's bad.
No, I don't think Kirk's bad. He is a number 3, number 4.
Sure, he's a number 3, but...
He got paid like a number 1 in Jacksonville, and it did not work out.
For sure, but he was never a number 1, and he did okay in Jacksonville. It's not like he was terrible.
I just don't think this offense is going to operate smoothly. I think we're going to get the highlight play. We're going to get the deep ball. Mm-hmm. It will be fun to watch.
I'm more projecting C.J. Stroud to make that step and cement himself as a top 5 quarterback, or in that trying to get in that conversation.
Okay, I don't
after stepping out of it.
I don't think he's there right now, just because I don't think the offense support. I don't think the support around him on the offensive line and the run game is there. It's going to be 100% on his arm the entire season.
I think they're going to be so explosive on the outside that giving guys the ball like Marks and Pierce will be serviceable. I'm not going to say it's going to be excellent, but it'll be serviceable for the run game.
Fair enough.
So you have the under for 9.5 wins then?
Yeah, I have them going 9-8. I think this division is very tight, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay, yes. So who do you have as the number 2 team in this division?
Number 2, I'm leaning Jacksonville. I have them at 8-9.
Okay, let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I think they're the strong number 2 candidate for me personally.
Okay.
I'm liking what they are adding to this offense. Like we were talking about at the top of the show, Travis Hunter is a very strong player. Mm-hmm. I think he's a great supplement. Getting Brent, they lost Evan Ingram, but getting Brenton Strange, who I think has a little bit more explosiveness than Evan Ingram does as a tight end, and can fill that 23% target share that Evan Ingram had vacated. We saw that the combination of ETN and Tank works out of the backfield.
Yeah,
they did add Tootin as well, so I think a 3-headed monster. Liam Cohen is a strong offensive mind.
And that's where I'm stopping you.
Okay.
What do you know about Liam Cohen besides being in Tampa Bay for a year?
I mean, I hope that he brings some of that Tampa Bay offense over.
So,
because I know that he was part of that architect of the dual threat with Bucky and Rashad White, and was able to find Cade Otton, elevate his game, and focus on the slot very, very well.
He's had 5 different jobs in 5 different years.
Yes.
He's bounced around from college to pro, all over, kind of climbing the social ladder. We don't know his coaching style.
We don't. But
that wasn't his system. He was not calling most of those plays. They ran a 40-60 percentile on him. He runs only 40% of those plays. Now, good offense, sure.
Yeah.
But he never increased his play calling percentage during the season. That was mostly the offensive or the actual head coach that was making a lot of those play calls.
Yeah.
I don't believe in him as a head coach. I went to go watch this preseason game. I was really excited to go see them because I know preseason doesn't tell you everything, but it does tell you the bare bones. It shows you what this team's trying to go for in terms of identity. And right when I was watching them, I was disappointed, and I went back to camp highlights, and I was like, I'm kind of disappointed in what's happening. And I don't hate the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I'm sitting here. Their projected win total is,
I think 7.5.
7.5. I don't think this team gets out of 6 wins.
Interesting.
I think they finished 3rd in the division. I think they're one of the more disappointing teams in the league. I think you're kind of right. I think we're going to have one week where it's a Travis Etienne day. We're going to have one day where it's a Tootin day. We're going to have one day where it's a Tank Bigsby day.
Sure.
And then one day someone fumbles, and then it's the next guy, and it's going to be annoying. I think this is the beginning of the end of Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville.
And I think that is correct. I'm not disagreeing there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say this will be a great team.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think they'll be middling. There's always that pocket of teams who end up 7 to 9 wins in that window.
I think, yeah.
And I think they're in that pocket.
I think they're a little less. I think they're
Sure.
more in like that 5 to 7 window.
Okay.
I think their culture, especially their vibe going into a team with a new head coach, doesn't like the way that they walk around on the sidelines. It doesn't look like a team that has new energy. It looks like a team that's ready to move on from Trevor Lawrence, which I still believe in, and I'm still ready for him. I would love to see him in Los Angeles. I would love to see him in these other markets where he can shine. You know,
I don't know if he
Miami.
really has it.
I know a lot of people feel that way.
I was feeling we could go back and run the tape. I was feeling that way when he was drafted.
Oh no, you don't like Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know what just something in his game did not think would translate.
I mean, it's he never lost a game in college. He lost one game in college.
Yeah, and I was like in seeing him in high pressure moments. College it worked, but it didn't look like he was processing the game at the speed for the NFL.
What about that time he beat the Chargers in that huge comeback game in the playoffs?
That
he
was
had a moment
awesome.
there.
Yeah, he has moments. He is a starter for a reason.
Yeah, he's
not top 10 elite.
Yeah, I think, and that's what everybody wanted him to be.
That's my thing. Is he's starting caliber. I don't think he's elite at all.
I see Baker Mayfield still in him. I still see like a second act where he ends up on a team that knows how to use him, knows how to utilize.
If he's in the right system, yes. I think an elite quarterback defines the system.
I think if he was the Minnesota Vikings quarterback right now, we would be talking about the Vikings being a dark horse team.
Oh yeah, I completely agree there. Yeah. But I think that the Vikings know how to build. No matter what quarterback is there, they can build a system around him.
Yeah, you love that team. You love that coach.
I just like them right now.
My number 2 team in the AFC South is actually the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, you and I have this division very, very different. That's interesting.
So let's talk about the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
I think the Tennessee Titans are going to be good with Cam Ward. Like I said, I think the Jaguars are probably going to win around 6 games. I think the Titans are going to win around 7 to 8, maybe 8 and 9. Kind of show off down the stretch what kind of player Cam Ward is. Yeah. I do have vested stock in Cam Ward. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback. I think he's the only one in this draft that I was like genuinely like, this guy's got Jaden Milrose, another guy, but sure. I just like what Tennessee's doing. I think their offense is middle of the pack, but it is turning a corner. I think they're going to be able to be more efficient and do kind of the things they want to do. I know Tajay Spears is a little banged up, but Tony Pollard still has plenty of game in him to carry an offense with him. And then this defense has quietly gotten better. Justin Simmons is one of the best defensive tackles in the league. They're addressing that secondary. I think this team's going to be a little better and kind of a dark horse team for next year. People pick them.
I still think they have a lot to build on
100%
before they're there. I have them at 5 wins. I have the Titans bottom of the division, personally.
Okay.
I do like Cam Ward.
Okay.
I do think he has potential. I think he's strong. I think Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard are serviceable offensive options.
I think they're good.
They're both good. They're just both older. And I don't think you can build a team around them right now. 100%. They need to bring in a lot of work. They lost Westbrook Akine, who was their kind of red zone guy with a big body over the middle. I do like that they are giving a lot of Cam Ward Chigakonkwo.
I love Chigakonkwo.
When Ward was out there, since with the ones in training camp through preseason game 1, so that entire span, every time Cam Ward is taking a live snap, Okonkwo's on the field. They have played 100% of snaps together. I think that is a great safety net for a rookie quarterback. Tajay Spears, I do not think is going to be strong for this team.
I think
he has dealt with so many injuries.
But I think he'll not get over it, but I think he'll be fine as a backup role.
He'll be fine in a backup role, but you're only going to get him 50% availability. He sprains his ankle 2 times a year.
Yeah, but so does Ken Walker, and we still believe in him.
Because Ken Walker had no O-line.
But he still gets hurt every step of the way.
Yeah, but if you're getting leveled in the backfield with Ken Walker, like he led the league for 2 seasons in a row.
Small guy.
Tajay Spears is a small guy, but he's just I don't think he has
the body to withstand a season.
I think that his lateral quickness is faster than his body can handle at times.
Yeah, that's probably true.
He could see the field. He reacts well. His joints do not react with him every single time.
That's tough.
I'm not saying he's not a good player. When he's on the field, he is a very strong athlete.
Gets stuck to the ground.
He does. And I think that defense is going to be one of the league worst. Justin having Simmons in the middle is a great DT
good
pick.
piece.
Good piece. League worst pass rush, though.
I hear you. They tried to address it. They had a lot of picks in this draft, and they went and got a lot of good players. To me, I think they had a really quietly good draft. I believe in this head coach. I do think that they're going to live off of the bottom scraps of the NFL.
Yep.
I think they're kind of going to be what the Carolina Panthers were last year, where like they end the season a little bit higher, and then you look at the end of the record, and you're like, oh, they won 8 games.
No, that's why I have them almost the exact same record as Carolina, 5-12.
Yeah, so I have them going the over 5.5 projected win total.
Sure.
And then the last team we're going to talk about, the team you have in second or third in this division.
Third in the division.
My favorite team, the Indianapolis Colts, I have with 7.5 wins projected for them over under. I have them well under. I have them winning about 3 to 5 games maximum.
I have them at 6. They always beat some AFC elite team every season. They pull out
It's going to be the Chiefs again.
It's going to be the Chiefs again. They just have the Chiefs number somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, dating back to when Andrew Luck sent them home to the playoffs.
Patrick Mahomes never beaten the Colts.
Yeah.
The only team besides the Chiefs he hasn't beaten. So shout out to us. He's probably going to kill us this year. But we have a tough schedule. We come to LA twice within like 2 weeks. The quarterback situation is dire. They both look bad. I don't believe in the offensive pieces like I used to. I think Josh Downs is a special player. I think Warren is a special player. I think Jonathan Taylor's at the running back age hump where he's gotten so many carries throughout college and his first 5 years in the NFL that I do think it's just about that time where production and ability and availability are going to start taking a hit. Defensively, I do think they're going to be better, but I don't think better is fixable or game winning in any step of the way. I think this is going to be a bad football team.
I think they'll be serviceable.
I think you're going to be boring.
It'll be very boring. I think Jonathan Taylor, if he's healthy for the season, could still be a top 5 back.
You think so?
Yeah, we saw that in volume and usage over the last couple of years. He has been consistently in the top 10 every time he's been healthy for a season.
That's my thing. He's had a lot. He has a lot of miles.
He has a lot of miles on him.
He had 200 carries in 3 straight years in college.
Yeah, I think there is there's still a little bit of tread on the tires for me in my mind.
Yeah.
Warren, I think, is great. Josh Downs, I know he was, I think, wide receiver 28 last season at the end by just like fantasy stats and stuff. But if you look at his advanced metrics, he's a top 5 in almost every advanced metric category.
He's a very good route runner.
He's a very good route runner, very good at separation. He also was one of the most overthrown and underthrown, there's complete inaccurate ball to him in the entire NFL. I think having Daniel Jones there will help with that. Over Anthony Richardson, I think Richardson I think
it's over.
I think it's over with the Richardson experiment. Bring him in on goal line packages and 4th and 1s.
I don't even want to do that. I don't want to hurt him. I do want to get him off the roster. Yeah. And I'm ready. I'm ready for the reset.
And I think this is going to be the reset year. But the way that this team has addressed some of their like going and getting an explosive tight end, like who they've gone and drafted, I don't think that they're fully in like the hey guys, we're going to tank.
Oh no, they're not. They're actively trying to win their jobs.
Yes,
the ownership and coaches are very much like if we win this division, we keep our jobs for a long time. If we get in the playoffs, we're keeping our jobs. It really is a playoff or bust, especially in the wake of Jim Irsay dying.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is. And I don't think they make the playoffs, but I think they could pick up 6 wins.
I think 6 wins is the absolute max. That's still well under 7.5.
Yeah, I think they're playing the under, but I think the Titans just bottom this division out completely.
I think the Jaguars, early Titans, and like bad Colts are going to make the Texans have a way more bloated win total than we project. I think they probably go 5-1 in the division.
I wouldn't be surprised if the entire division goes 50-50 against each other.
This division's bad. They usually sweep each other most of the time.
Yeah.
Like the Colts usually get swept by the Jags. The Texans usually sweep like the Titans. And everyone kind of sweeps each other.
That's 50-50 overall.
Yeah,
everyone sweeps somebody.
If everyone sweeps each other, I guess that's another way to 50-50. Let's go into question of the day. I have one.
Sure.
Would you rather go 13-5? It's 13-5. No, 12-5.
12-5.
But you lose all your division games against all your division opponents, or go 5-12, but you win every divisional matchup. You walk away winning the entire division every single time you played them. Now, in both scenarios, you lose in the first round of the playoffs if you somehow make it. Of course, you're not making it in with the 5 and 12 team.
If we're losing no matter what, like
You're
say
losing no
wild
matter
card,
what. Yeah.
then yeah, I would 100% like to sweep the division.
Okay.
Because you get to look, because whoever wins the division in terms of just overall wins to make the other to make the divisional round or the wild card round, depending on how that shakes out, you get to look at them and go, yeah, but you're not better than us.
I thought about that. Where like if the Steelers somehow like don't make the playoffs and they only win like 8 games, but of those 8 games, 5 of their wins were in division. And like the Ravens somehow won everything but lost all their division games, and they lost in the first round, there would 100% be Steeler fans saying, "Oh, we're the best team in this division still."
Yeah, then I think any divisional opponent will say that, and I think most announcers are like, "Hey, they can't get it done in the bigger games."
Oh yeah, 100%. Last thing we're going to talk about is the pick of the week. Don, last week I said Ravens money line, and guess what?
Yeah, it worked.
So I went back to the well. I
Sure.
didn't pick Ravens money line because I have self-control. I went with the Ravens versus Cowboys game over 37 and just over 37.
Yeah.
If it gets to 38.5, I would take the under. But that 37 mark, I do think both these offenses are going to be a little bit more dynamic. Dak's going to play. Lamar's going to play for a drive. We're going to hopefully get a touchdown out of that between one of them. I think they both have capable backups that are fun to watch. Let's go score some points.
Cooper Rush revenge game.
Also, Cooper Rush revenge game. Joe Milton's going to show off why he is should be taking Dak Prescott's job. I don't really believe that, but that's like a storyline that's happening.
Don't get that. Dak is still top 10 quarterback.
Top 10?
I think he's 10, but I think he's in that conversation.
You think he's better than Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
How you've changed.
I think I like Brock Purdy. I think
you had Brock Purdy number 4 last year.
I think but I always qualified situationally.
This is dirty.
With that entire offense, I think he had the capability. Adding George Pickens to the Cowboys offense, and no run game, Dak is going to sling it. He's going to get 10 interceptions.
Dak better than Goff? No.
Goff doesn't have any dome games this year. Yeah.
Dak better than Baker?
No. I'll take Baker. Baker has the dog in him better than
Herbert.
Dak does.
No way.
I like Herbert. I do like Herbert more. I think, but we just don't get good flashes of Herbert because there's no wide receiver talent there. I like Ladd. I do. Trey Harris is a good pickup, but the fact that Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen are probably still on the field every drive is still an issue for me.
That's crazy.
I like Herbert talent-wise more, but I just think situationally Dak's in a better offensive situation to show off the passing game.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be better.
I think Dak throwing 35 touchdowns is very easily hit, but he's also going to get 10 to 15 interceptions on top of it.
I don't
Dak 4,000 yards feels locked, provided he stays healthy.
What's your pick of the week?
Pick of the week. NASCAR's rolling to Richmond right now. It's coming up to playoffs right at the bubble at the moment. One of the drivers who's been consistently hot in my mind, Bubba Wallace, has finished 5 straight top 10s.
He's had a summer.
He had, or this is going to be his 5th straight, I think. 4 consecutive finishes in the top 8. Brickyard 400, he did get the win, including and also an 8th place at Watkins Glen. And he did come back from 2 laps down in Iowa. I think that he can pull this off in Richmond to get another top 10 for us there. I think Denny is probably going to win. He's been the fastest oval course driver this season, but Wallace has been a top 7 in terms of just oval course speed.
When is this? Sunday?
This is going to be a Sunday race. They haven't qualified yet, so odds are going to immensely keep changing throughout the weekend.
You want to go watch it at the casino?
I am more than happy to go watch a NASCAR race at 3 in the afternoon. That is a great time for me.
Sounds like a deal. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Bust Picks. Go check us out. Go press that like button. My name is Dio. That is Don. And remember, pray for the parlay.